All right, welcome back to Gill Stadium. We have a red zone alert. Quarterback keeper just now by Jaden Han. The Central quarterback has them down to the 11-yard line. Let's see if they can punch one in. Jason, you were a coordinator at Merrimack. What are you calling here?
That's a great question here. Maybe a play-action pass to the corner of the end zone, or what do we have, first down? I think you got to run it. You got to run it here.
This is a good 2-minute drill for Central. There's only 25 seconds left now in this half of football, the only half that they'll play here. And Han's going to throw it into the end
nice
zone,
catch.
and that is a brilliant catch. That's a touchdown for Central's Jacob Shear. We talked about all the freshmen on their team. There's one of them right there. So apparently the freshmen can play for Central.
The future's bright. That makes it 18-13. So if I had looked at the scoreboard when you asked me the question, 25 seconds left, you're right. Obviously they're going to pass, but that was a great throw and a great catch by the freshmen. So Central, those young kids looking good.
Looks like it's going to be a win for Souhegan, but nice for a Central good play there to send them into their regular season.
All right, Jamie, here we go. Let's keep things rolling here on the set with the leader of the Giants. We're talking about Bishop Brady. Head coach Tony Johnson back in the Granite State after a stint down in Massachusetts. He had a long run at Bishop Girton. Anyway, thanks for coming out.
Thank you. Great to be here, though.
All right, Tony Johnson with the Bishop Brady Giants. So this is different for you, kind of a smaller school. What's the team like this year?
Well, it's a little bit different this year because a lot of kids that we had last year were relatively new. You know, we gave them more experience, got them into the system. We have a good team. It's interesting because the quarterback is very, very similar to the quarterbacks I've had at Girton. Matt Wiley's about 6'1", he's about 180, he can run, he can throw. He likes to run, so he's going to run that offense. My other captain, AJ Partington, he's a great kid, tough kid. He's played multiple positions: linebacker, center, may play some running back. So, but it's a little bit different because again, the size of the team is much different.
So, how many kids do you have in the program?
So this year we got 26.
Wow.
So we may go up to 28. A little bit different, but it's much better than last year. Last year I started out, when I first took the job in July last year, I had 6 kids. And we got it up to about 21, but again, a lot of the kids had never played the game before. So all of those kids are now back. So they're much better football players. So it's going to be an interesting season because again, these guys know how to play football now.
And it is Division IV, so 26 kids in a program isn't necessarily unheard of.
No, not in Division IV. I mean, what I'm finding out, you know, Division IV right now, I think Newport is the leader, and I think they have about 45 kids. Most of the teams have anywhere between 24 and 35 kids. So we're right in there. We got to get the program up over 30. We get the program up over 30, I can get a JV program going, and that'll be important for the kids.
So we mentioned Bishop Girton. You were there for how many years? You won, what, 5 or 6 state championships? How many years were you at BG?
I think 18.
18, so it was a long time. Yeah.
It was a long time.
You took your bumps early, but then you turned that thing into a powerhouse program every year. So, I mean, what do you bring with you? I'm assuming you just bring the same coaching style everywhere you went. You had that stint at Worcester Academy after BG.
Right. Same. Actually, it's a carbon copy. I mean, the same stuff that I originally started at Girton, we're still doing at Brady. Now, I've morphed it. You know, everybody was starting to do what Chip Kelly was doing. So we started out as an Army-Navy option attack. Then Chip started going to a shotgun, Oregon, you know, jet motion. We started putting that in. Then I took a bunch of stuff from Pat Murphy that was at St. A's. So we put that stuff in. So it's really morphed into a pretty good, elaborate offensive system. The defense is the same thing. But when some of the kids from Girton come to a game and they hear me call the plays, it's the same stuff.
We have a lot of old video from your days at BG, winning all those state championships. How many was it? 5? 6?
I don't know.
It was 5 or 6 anyway.
Yeah, it was, I don't know.
You had some good players, though.
We had some great players.
Andy Valis went on to play at UNH.
Right, Mark Spinney, Steve Travellini, you know, Matt Fabacco, Tommy Manti. You know, there were a lot of kids. I think I had 4 kids that had shots at the NFL.
And just to throw some needles in there, I will mention that it was Bishop Girton, so you had kids from Massachusetts, out of state as well.
Well, we are that was a border school. So, I mean, I went to Girton from Amherst.
Right.
And a lot of the kids from Lowell that were friends of mine, they actually took them less time to get to Girton than it took me.
All right, so Bishop Brady this year, what are your hopes, expectations? What are the kids looking forward to?
It's a lot. I mean, again, last year was a building year. Last year we had COVID. It was different. We were playing a lot of Division II teams. you know, we really couldn't compete until we got down to a couple Division IV teams. So the expectations this year are going to be much, much higher. The competition, I think, is going to be right where we should be. So, you know, we start out with Epi Newmarket. We had a good game with them last year. We should have a good game with them this year. The following week, we go against Newport. They're going to be very, very good. So we've got to just make sure that we handle that game. We don't come out of there banged up. You know, the good news, too, is I have 3 Thursday night games. So that's going to be pretty good, too.
Well, that's good for Friday Night Football as well.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
All right, Tony Johnson, hey, thanks for taking the time, and good luck to the Giants this year.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Tony Johnson, head coach of the Bishop Brady Giants. All right, one of the teams that the Giants will have to deal with in Division IV this year, he mentioned it several times, the defending Division IV champs from Newport. The Tigers are rebuilding a bit this season, so their path to the title defense could be a long one. Newport has 35 players in the program, but only returned 2 starters on defense and 3 on offense. Of the 13 seniors that graduated last year, 9 of them started both ways, so a lot of holes to fill, but many of the younger players got a ton of playing time, so they're still optimistic.
Like I said, a lot of these kids have played quite a bit. Incoming freshman classes was nice, but they're much bigger this year. I think we have 8 or 9 right now. Last year we had 3.
We are meshing together good. These are the guys I've been playing with since like 3rd, 4th grade, and we're looking good.
We're looking good. We have a few kids from last year. A lot of our seniors graduated, but I know we all came prepared. A lot of us been in and out of the gym.
In and out of the gym, that's important.
It certainly is. Something Coach Johnson said, he said he's running the same stuff he ran at Bishop Guertin. So if I'm a Division IV coach, my first call is to Bill Ball. They played in the state championship against each other like 5 years in a row, didn't they?
That's right. Maybe more than that. It was either BG or Exeter.
Bill
that won the
Ball
state
against Tony
championship.
Johnson every year. So if he's running the same stuff, just call Coach Ball.
There you go. Pull out some old game film. Anyway.
A status report here. We're about to kick off with Salem and Bedford. So as we continue on in the show, we'll be able to bring you some of that.
Yeah, we'll try to get down to the sideline again with Jonathan Marshall and hear from either the Salem or the Bedford coach, maybe even both. We'll see how the time works out. But after the break, we'll be joined by one of the longtime sports writers in the Granite State.
That's right. Tom King has been with the Nashua Telegraph for decades. We'll talk about some of his most memorable moments coming up. And Jonathan Marshall spent some time with the Goffstown Grizzlies this week, why many think they will be back in the Division I title game this fall. That and more when this Friday Night Football kickoff special continues live from Gill Stadium.